What's up, guys? It's been a little while since I've done a video on the old Ice Golem, but this is a dungeon that while you're pushing to Hydra to do better scores, you will have to farm this some, so I think it's worth doing this. But most importantly, it's part of events and tournaments and all that kind of good stuff, and these changes make farming it so much faster. Now, I don't know when this change went through. This is going to be a very pay-to-win version of the team. I do have a more accessible team with the turtle Donatello included as well. So first up, this is the speed team you saw in the thumbnail, but what's been changed is now Newt will target the Ice Golem with his A3 ability. This is massive because before, what he would do is he would target the little minions until they died, and then you hit the big Ice Golem, and then the Ice Golem revives the minions, and Newt's not a very good champion to bring. But now, we just target the Ice Golem, and we have max HP champions with Maneater placing the unkillable and block debuffs, means no freeze, no decreased defense, nothing like that. And we just get our max HP hits through and we finish the run out in about 31 seconds. So it's a much faster time than most Ice Golem teams would have been before. The team, of course, is very pay to win. I'm going to show you guys a different option that's much more accessible, and maybe you can use this strategy to work for your own Ice Golem. Now, real quickly, the presets here: Siegfried, round 1, 2, and 3. Newt, 1, 2, 3. All the Newts are the same. Then Maneater, 1, 2, and 3. Now, the Maneater is a little bit slower than the Siegfried, which is why the Siegfried is opening with his A1 ability, which he will use to target one of the side minions. For the gear of these champions, I got Siegfried in a very strong Merciless set. We have the Newts just doing good max HP damage. Merciless, we have Affinity Breaker for this one, and then Savage for that one. And the Maneater is just in good speed gear. He's just trying to go fast to have his unkillable and block debuffs tuned with the team correctly. Now, it matters more in this version of the team. This version is Embreeze for the wave clear. Doesn't matter who you're using as a wave clear. You could use Thor, you could use Cheshire Cat possibly. You could use any champion who does good AoE damage for rounds 1 and 2. Matter of fact, if you're not one-shotting the waves, which this team won't be, it's still going to be okay. As long as you're killing them in a decently fast time, so you're not starting to take hits from the enemy. The Maneater is not using his A3 on round 1 or 2. Round 3 he does. For Newt, he's just not using his A3 ability for round 1 and 2. Round 3, he's prioritizing that. Royal Guard, not using his A2 ability, rounds 1 and 2. And then round 3, he's prioritizing that. For Donnie's speed, this could be Renegade, could be Crixia, could be Yumiko, could be Kymar. Doesn't really matter who it is. It will adjust how quickly the skills come off a cooldown. Donnie's is a 2-turn cooldown reduction. Since he is just slower than the Maneater, I have him opening with the A3 ability, which is a turn meter boost, continuous heal, and a cleanse, and then going into the A2 ability. Because Royal Guard's 210, you could also have Donnie going really slow and then have him opening with that A2 ability, but this is going to be fine. It's literally only just clearing the waves. Apparently, Embreeze wants to get out of line a little bit as well. Not for sure why he's standing up there, but it is what it is. So you just have a wave clear champion here. Whoever does really good for you clearing waves. We have a unkillable or block damage champion, ideally with a block debuffs as well, so you don't get frozen, you don't get nothing like that happening. Though, to be honest, does the Ice Golem even freeze you from the AoE hit? I forget. I know he does when he revives the minions, but I'm not for sure if he does just from that smack. Either way, the block debuffs is cool. I could slot in a champion with block damage or unkillable. Doesn't really matter. I could throw in either one of them. Now, we have that spot covered. And then we have enemy max HP damage. This would have worked before as well, perfectly fine. So this team could have worked previously. But the unique thing about this is one of the few triple hitting max HP champions in Newt are actually targeting the boss now. Of course, you could have a Marius in here. If your Marius is strong enough to kill the waves, well, now you got a really good team. Marius kill the waves instead of Embreeze. 2 triple hitting max HP champions, and you're looking really good. Donnie goes in there, resets the cooldowns, not fully though. So the Maneater is actually using his A2 ability, stealing the turn meter from those minions, and being able to get back around to recast the unkillable before it drops off. The Newt should be getting here in just a second to do his A3 ability. There we go. His A3 ability comes out, and then Royal Guard will be right there in the back to go ahead and throw out his A3 ability. So you do also want to have, if you're doing a little bit slower team like this, you want Maneater to have enough accuracy to actually steal the turn meter from the minions, so then you can get back around to that unkillable before the round just gets all crazy, right? Now, in my situation, Maneater is +4, 5-star blessing. He has 369 accuracy. I guess for here, you probably need like about 300 or so. That should be plenty for you. I didn't specifically build him for that, just where it landed. And then for the Newt, you could put him in the lead spot. He will give some accuracy in dungeons if you needed that, if you're using Newt. Now, for the presets in this team, this is what we have going on. Now, that run was a little bit slower, of course. Faster wave clear, more max HP damage, you're going to do better. But Embreeze, I already showed this. Maneater, exact same thing as before, pretty fast. Does not have to be this fast, though. You just want him slotting in between your team so that we have the unkillable up, and then we get back around to replace it before it drops off the champions about to do their big max HP hits that will trigger the Ice Golem slam. We have Donnie opening with these two, using nothing on the waves, and then Royal Guard just chilling with a mediocre build, just there for the max HP damage. So Embreeze right there is his build. We have Newt, the relics, nothing special there. His Affinity Breaker not doing anything special. We have Giant Slayer, it's typical Newt stuff. We have no masteries over on Donnie. We have nothing special with the blessings. Soul Reap for Newt is really good. It'll help you with speeding up some of the runs a little bit. We have some broken sets on Donnie, so nothing special there. Speed, same as before on Maneater. And then Royal Guard's just in Savage plus Speed. So a pretty simple build over here as well. Now, this will also work on whatever level of Ice Golem you want to do. So say you wanted to drop down to normal, or maybe you were a player doing normal Ice Golem. Let's just say you wanted to have Siegfried and Newt, because most players, of course, who are doing normal have Siegfried plus Newt, right? But here, what we're going to do is wonder why my Siegfried did not just one-shot everybody, but we're going to forget about that, get to the boss, and since max HP should not be capped, we should just one-shot the boss here. Pretty close, not quite, unfortunately, but if you were doing a lower stage, that'd be fine. You could farm this super quick. I kind of want to throw in the Soul Reap now. I feel like, why did my Newt just not kill him? He should have, for sure. Siegfried can also one-shot it, but we're not here to showcase that. We're just here to showcase now. Wait, actually, Newt would have done that anyways, because I had manualed it. So that wouldn't have mattered. But he should work full auto doing that A3 ability. Let's see what he does this time. I'll turn it on auto, because I guess I didn't showcase what actually would happen, did I? So now it's auto, hands off. Let's see. He does his A2. Of course he does. And then Siegfried kills everything. Here we go. Now, hands off. There we go. There's no minions there. Of course he targets the boss. Throne and Ice Golem. Could I do this real quick? Who else could I have that could do this? Let's see. His is actually going to be a lower cooldown as well, which is kind of cool, right? It should be a lower cooldown than Maneater's. So Donnie's... I'm not using Donnie in this run, but Donnie should reset that pretty easily. Doesn't matter really where exactly he falls in line. He can go faster than Siegfried or slower. It's not going to matter. Let's go ahead and throw him in there and see. So we'll go find the Helicath. There he is. There's our dude. And then we'll turn this ability off. Round 1, round 2, and round 3. Turn it on. Block damage. Let's see what happens. He is going a little bit faster than Maneater. Or sorry, a little bit faster. I thought he was. I guess he's not. Sweet. It's actually better, because if he was going faster than Siegfried, then we would actually have a little bit slower run, because his animations take a little while, yada, yada, yada. Not that important. Siegfried using a big sword on Sir Nick. Merry Christmas. All right. Let's see if the Ice Golem slam freezes. It does, in fact, freeze. So that's what you should watch out for. That's why you should bring a champion with a block debuffs. Do you need it? No. Is it helpful? Yes. If you have 3 Newts, you don't really need it. But if you don't have 3 Newts, which is probably most everybody here, then you are going to want it. So Maneater, the way to go. The champion you should use. Yeah, just use Maneater. Use Maneater, or you could technically go with another block debuff champion here. That would work as well, because you don't want to have these fails going on. This is not failing just because of Siegfried's here, but yeah, this is not cool stuff. So Maneater is the way to go. Throw him in, and you got yourself a nice Ice Golem team. So guys, good luck farming this event. We got to finish it out for the points anyways, which I think there's like 390 left. I need to double check that. but I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Somebody messaged me back and said there are 390 points remaining that have not been shown yet. So we have a good chunk if you're still progressing on this. We have 40 sitting right here. So good luck, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how fast you can get Ice Golem, and I'll catch you all in the next one.